My name is Aubrey Leitch, and I am the former public relations manager for Turning Point USA, and I was a part of the recent kind of mass termination group at Turning Point.
I've seen enough. Erica Kirk should be dragged into a police precinct for questioning. Like I said, you can show me the person who disagrees with me on that.
Erika Kirk's personal assistant is actually suing her. Her personal assistant is straight up suing her for assault, and the details coming out are intense. We're not talking small accusations either. Claims are saying Erika allegedly got physical with her own staff, and it didn't stop there. Reportedly, it even led to a concussion. This isn't just gossip, it's a full-on legal showdown, and it's flipping the whole image people had of her upside down. The calm, grieving widow vibe she's been showing? Yeah, this situation paints a completely different picture. And if even part of this is true, it changes everything in a big way. Now, as most people know, for a long time, Erika was just seen as Charlie Kirk's wife. The quiet housewife, the devoted Christian, the stay-at-home mom. That was the image everyone had locked in. But after Charlie was killed, everything flipped almost overnight. She didn't just step into the role of a widow. Suddenly, she was running a massive organization worth around $250 million. And the people definitely started questioning it. How does someone with no clear executive background just step straight into a position that big without missing a beat? It didn't sit right with a lot of folks. Then reports started popping up, and they told a very different story. According to deeper investigations, Erika may not have been as low-key behind the scenes as people thought. Some claims suggest that just days after Charlie passed, she was already on Zoom calls, laying out major plans for TP USA and positioning herself for control. While the public saw emotional moments on TV, there are allegations she was already making strategic moves in the background. That fast shift from grieving spouse to full-on leader had people talking, and not in a quiet way. The sudden boss mode transformation felt way too quick for some, and that's exactly when people started noticing inconsistencies in her. Which brings everything straight to this lawsuit that just dropped, and it's raising a lot of eyebrows. This former assistant, someone who was once really close to Erika, is now stepping forward with claims that completely clash with the image Erika puts out. According to her, the work environment didn't match those polished Christian values at all. She's describing it as intense, high pressure, and seriously toxic. And she says it didn't just stay verbal. The lawsuit claims that during a heated argument, Erika allegedly lost control, and it went beyond shouting. The assistant says Erika either pushed or hit her with enough force to leave her with a concussion. That's not a small claim. That's a serious injury being brought into the spotlight. Take a second to think about that. A concussion is a major medical issue, not something minor you brush off. And this isn't coming from a random outsider. It's someone who worked closely with Erika behind the scenes, every single day. That's exactly why people are pausing and questioning everything right now. The lawsuit isn't just about money either. It's about what the assistant describes as intentional infliction of emotional distress and holding Erika accountable for it. And it's not just the assistant bringing up these allegations about Erika. Candace Owens has also been going all in with her own series, breaking things down piece by piece. She's been releasing episodes that feel more like a full-scale investigation into Erika's past, and it's getting a lot of attention. One of the strangest details she pointed out is something people are calling the morphar situation. It might sound small at first, but online investigators are treating it like a major clue. Erika has publicly referred to her paternal grandfather as morfar, and here's where it gets confusing. If you know Swedish, that term actually means mother's father. That little detail has people raising eyebrows and questioning how something like that even happens. And it's adding another layer to all the speculation surrounding her story. She's also going after Erika's entire backstory, questioning everything from her family history to the way she's described her upbringing. Candace is even raising doubts about her paternity and the story about being raised by a struggling single mother. According to what she's shared, there are documents suggesting Erika's biological father and a stepfather were actually present in her life the whole time. That completely clashes with the version people have been hearing. It's like piece by piece, parts of Erika's origin story are being challenged in real time, and it's making people look at everything differently. So now Candace is basically asking if something as simple as which side of the family your grandfather is on doesn't add up, what else could be off? And here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't the first time people have questioned her statements. There have been moments before where things didn't quite line up. For example, she once claimed she hadn't dated anyone before Charlie, not even casually. But after people started digging, reports of past relationships began surfacing, and not just low-key ones either. There were even claims linking her to a reality dating show appearance, which had people seriously confused. Now the big question floating around is, how does that fit with saying she never dated at all? And on top of everything else, there are also rumors floating around that she may have been married before Charlie, which only adds more questions to everything already being discussed. It's not just one claim anymore. It's starting to look like a pattern that people feel they can't ignore. Then there's that speech from March 2026 that really got people talking. Erika took the stage and delivered a message aimed at young white men, telling them not to let others talk down to them or push them aside. The whole moment came off unusual to a lot of viewers, and it sparked a wave of reactions online. With everything else already under scrutiny, that speech just added another layer to the conversation, and people started looking at her public statements a lot more closely.
Okay, so we obviously cannot go so far as to suggest that Lori, Loretta, Abbas, Stanley, Wallstad, Franzwey was openly committing fraud. We can't say that. What we can confirm to you, however, is that if she was doing that, breaking the law and committing fraud is something that Lori's family is kind of historically known for.
On the surface, it looked like she was just trying to step up as a leader for the MAGA crowd, but not everyone saw it that way. A lot of people felt it came off more like a calculated move to win support and lock in her position. To them, it didn't feel natural. It felt forced, like she was trying to slide directly into Charlie's role without missing a beat. There's this growing perception that she's trying to become the new face of that movement, but the approach hasn't landed well with everyone. Some of her own supporters have even called certain talking points awkward or out of place, which only adds to the tension. At the same time, she's been pushing big changes inside the organization, including rebranding Turning Point USA into something called Club America. She's also reportedly trying to expand its reach deeper into high schools and colleges, even more aggressively than before. But instead of building momentum, it's causing pushback. Some local chapters aren't on board at all. Groups like the one at the University of Arkansas have reportedly cut ties with the national organization, pointing to concerns about leadership and the new direction things are heading in. Now, this is where things take a much darker turn, the so-called inside job theories. This part of the story is where everything starts to feel way more intense and controversial. Candace Owens hasn't just questioned whether the grief was genuine, she's also hinted at something far more serious. In her commentary, she suggested that Charlie Kirk's assassination might not have been completely external and that people within his own circle could have been involved. She's used words like betrayal and talked about the idea that someone close to him may have turned on him, which has people seriously shocked and divided. And when people look at everything Erica gained, the control of a $250 million organization, high-profile board positions, and a sudden rise in visibility, it starts to raise questions for some observers. Not accusations, but questions that keep circulating online. To be clear, there's no verified evidence supporting claims of involvement in any crime. But the internet has been running with its own theories, and they've spread fast. Some are even connecting those ideas to the assistant's lawsuit, wondering if someone that close to Erica might have seen or heard things during those final days.
Don't let anyone disenfranchise you because you're a young man, especially a young white male man. Don't ever let anyone talk down to you. We need strong men out there, strong men who are convicted, that will be good leaders, good husbands, good fathers like mine.
That's why, for some people, the case feels bigger than just an assault claim. It's being talked about as something that could potentially reveal more behind the scenes. As all this builds, Erica's response has been aggressive and direct. Reports say she's been sending out cease and desist letters rapidly, trying to shut down discussions around claims like fake grief or speculation about those more extreme theories. She's clearly pushing back hard, aiming to control the narrative as it spirals online. But that strong reaction is also keeping the spotlight firmly on her, and the conversation isn't slowing down anytime soon. So now people are asking a big question. Does this situation match the image of a quiet, modest widow? Or does it look like someone under serious pressure as more scrutiny builds? That's the debate happening all over right now. The more pushback there is against these claims, the more attention they seem to get. Instead of fading out, the conversation just keeps getting louder. And now, with a real lawsuit filed in court, this isn't something that can simply be brushed aside or handled. Behind the scenes, legal cases come with formal processes, and that means claims and responses get examined in detail.
He was not messaging people the day before saying, I'm going to be murdered.
Andrew 𝗘𝗿𝗏 is the person who received a text message from Charlie Kirk saying they're going to kill me.
He wrote me this, please pray for me. Quote, I know they want me dead.
Erica may still be in a powerful position, but the spotlight is clearly getting stronger, and people are paying close attention to what comes next. There's a growing demand from the public for clarity, and as Candace Owens has said, the truth doesn't fear inspection. A line that's now being repeated more and more as this situation continues to unfold. And this is where everything stands right now. And it's far from over. The questions are piling up, the pressure isn't letting up, and every new detail just pulls more people into the story.
Podcaster Candace Owens, okay? At one time, a friend of Charlie's, at one time, an employee of Turning Point. She has been one of the main peddlers of these conspiracies, and she is making a huge amount of money on it. She is building her business off of these lies. What do you want to say to her and the other people that are putting these lies out into the world right now? Stop.
What started as a carefully managed public image is now facing non-stop scrutiny from every direction, and the spotlight isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Whether these claims hold up or fall apart, one thing is clear. People are watching closely, and they're not backing off. This situation has turned into something way bigger than anyone expected, and the next moves could change everything in a major way. So what do you think about all of this? Does it all add up, or is there more to the story that hasn't come out yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to see it, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates as this keeps unfolding.